been for a swim, I don't know if you can tell my lips are a bit blue, but we just come back from the beach and we're talking to someone down the beach and like, wow, it's really cool that, you know, you and your partner are really into it. My partner's not into health and fitness and healthy eating. You know, what do you do? And I'm like, what do? You fuck them off. You show them the door, you tell them to get out of here, you get divorced, you get a restraining order. I don't know. You do what you got to do to get that person out of your life. Why the fuck are you going to hang around someone who's a fucking downer for the rest of your life? Don't do it for the kids. Don't do it for the status quo. Don't do it because you, what if I be lonely? Just get them out of your fucking life today. I'm not talking Texas Chainsaw Massacre, cut them up in little pieces, put them in the fridge style. I'm talking about just sitting down and go, hey, look, where's our relationship going? This isn't working. This isn't working. It's time to move on. And then people go, oh, I can't have that conversation with my partner. if you can't have an honest conversation with your partner, you don't have a partner. You don't have a relationship. I'm sorry. You don't have anything worth saving. You can just pack your bags and leave, write a note and go, whatever. Get out of there. Be civil, be mature, but be honest and have the courage to stand up, speak up and say, hey, you want this, I want that. How about we just keep it as friends? I'll go this way, you go that way. That's cool. We'll work something out, the kids, whatever. The worst thing you can do for your children is stay in a relationship that is fucking boring and eating away at both parties. One person wants that, one person wants that. One person wants to be fit, healthy, eat this way. The other person wants to whine, complain, be overweight, a drainbow. This person wants to be a rainbow. They don't mix. Just be honest and say, hey, this isn't working. Let's go this way, let's go that way. Finish, done. Again, be mature, be civil, be respectful, be loving, be honest. Have the courage to say, this is it. I've got to go this way. I'm sorry. And that's all you got to do, man. Like, can you, no way, man. People say, oh, you're so lucky, Harley, you're so lucky. I'm not lucky, man. I wrote down on a piece of paper what I have to be in order to attract a person into my life that meets my criteria. And that criteria was a list I wrote down of things I must have in a partner. Okay, 2 things. I wrote down a list of what I have to be in order to attract that person into my life and what that person has to be into my life. Does that make sense? Write down a list of what you want in a partner. It's like a shopping list. What do you want in a partner? What do you must have? That's your first list. Second list, what must you be in order to attain that, to sustain that, to obtain that? Because anyone can obtain anything, but to sustain it, that's when you have to be a good character. So you've got to write down what you want. You've got to write down what you must be in order to sustain that. In order to sustain that, you've got to write that down. That's the 2 things people just don't do. They don't have a list of what they want. They don't have a list of what they have to be in order to sustain that person in their life. And they get whatever shows up. They get whatever shows up. And I see that all the time. People are like, in a relationship, and they're like, oh, I wish my partner was, you know, had a nice tight ass and beautiful stomach and a luscious body. Well, get that. Go out and get that. You know, don't like wish. You gotta get what you want. I wish my partner would support my healthy eating and support my fitness lifestyle. I wish my partner would come out training with me. You gotta get that, man. You can't wish for it. You gotta go out and make it happen. You can't have someone in your life now and just drop them and then get someone else. You gotta drop them first. Why not? Why don't you have the partner in your life that you really want, that you really deserve? Why don't you? Because you've got some emotional bullshit excuses that prevent you from taking real action on that? Because you're so undercarbed, you don't have the energy to get rid of your old, you know, poisonous relationship and get into something better. You don't have the carbs to go, all right, boom, enough's enough, I'm going this way. You're just so undercarbed that you're just like struggling. What are you doing? You really want to wake up every morning for the rest of your life with someone who's overweight or a freak out or emotional roller coaster or whatever. Do you really want to do that for the rest of your life? How much time and energy do you want to invest in making someone something that they know they should be, but they don't have the fucking carbs or the courage to be that person? I mean, that's an individual, personal question. I can't answer that for you. That's your question for yourself. How much energy and time am I willing to invest into this person? And will it turn out to be a waste of fucking time? Which in most of the time, yes, it is. And there's always the fairy tale story, but I don't like to believe in fairy tales. I like to be realistic and a realist, and trying to turn a donkey into a racehorse, you know, leave that to other people. Leave it to those trainers who want to do that. Go for the racehorse, man. Don't waste time on the donkeys. Sorry, donkeys. You got to be able to handle a racehorse. You know, you got to be able to handle a racehorse, man. So you got to get your skills up as well. So it's not about always blaming and pointing the finger at someone else. We got to look at, you know, like they say when there's a finger pointing forward, there's always three fingers pointing back. So we always got to look at ourselves as well. We can't always shift the blame game there. But it's a both. You know, we've got to look at other people, look at ourselves. It's not one or the other. We can't always put the blame on ourselves. We can't always put the blame on other people. It's got to be a bit of a balance there. Does that make sense? My bottom line tip, if it ain't working, fuck them off. Get someone in your life who values who you are as an individual, who values your effort and commitment to live the health and fitness-based lifestyle. Fuck living the life of wastage. Fuck being guilty of a wasted life. And I mean, this video, you might be young and don't know yet, or you might be a bit older and you go, wow, this is what I've been in for the last 10, 20, 30, 40 years. Holy shit, I've wasted that much time. Don't think of it that way. Think of it today as a fresh day. It's a new day for the rest of your life. You might be alive for another day. You might be alive for another 50 years. We don't know. I don't know. You don't know. Just manage the moment. Be in the moment. The moment's all we've got right here, right now. Not today, not yesterday, not tomorrow. Only right now. It's all we have. This is the best moment ever. The best moment of our lives, really. Because this is all we got. We don't have the past anymore. We don't have the future. All we got is right now, this instant. Write down a list of what you want in a partner, what you must have, and write a list of what you must be in order to not only obtain that, but to sustain that in your life. Done, easy, finished, period. Takes a lot of carbohydrates. So it takes a shitload of carbohydrates to do this. It takes so much fuel, so much glycogen and nerve energy. So you want to be calmed up, well slept, so you can think rationally and have that consistent glycogen tank just fucking driving it in and just powering along on your goals. It takes a lot of carbs, a lot of nerve energy. Hence why in society they say don't eat too many carbohydrates because then you might want to fucking take control of your life.